Okay, that's the introduction video, and our registration is a weekly inspirational speaker, and speaker for today is Solen, founder of Vanillea International. But sadly, she can't join live section with us, so I will show you the video recording session that has been recorded with Kak Furkan last day. Let me share the screen.
And it is like a very brand new. Hey, so hello everyone. My name is Furkan. I'm a part of public relation team here in Bukit Vista, and today I with Soleh, our inspirational speaker for today. And it is like a very brand new session because we usually have the session live with our speakers, but unfortunately, since the time is not permitting, we try to make an innovation by having the session pre-recorded. So hopefully it's not making the session less inspiring because I believe Solen has many things to share to all of us. So Solen, nice to meet you from Tokyo.
Hi, nice to meet you all. Yes, I'm sorry I couldn't be live, but the schedule is quite packed on a business trip, and then I'm going back home, and the time difference is quite big, unfortunately. But I'm really happy to have this opportunity through Bukit Vista. Thank you so much for allowing me to speak.
Okay, thank you very much, Solen. Let's move forward in and taking a look at your inspiring journey. Let me just recap like the latest or current five that Solen has been experiencing. The first one is becoming the director of international relations in EPMI, and then later on becoming the project consultants from the Aterman, and then becoming the area manager of AI Fan City, and then becoming the co-founder of Wake Up Lab, and last but not least, which is becoming the founder herself and the CEO of Vanillea International. I believe this is a very amazing, not only just from a career perspective, but also leadership and entrepreneurial journey that Solen has been sharing. Okay, Solen, I'm actually taking this information from your LinkedIn. So feel free if you have any corrections or anything that you would like to clarify further about your journey.
Yes, thank you so much for looking that up. And just to sum up quickly, so I maybe you can show later a map, but I was brought up on Réunion Island. So it's a French island between Madagascar and Mauritius. So usually people know about Madagascar and Mauritius, but they don't know that there's another island in between. So I always take the opportunity to talk about it because it's French island. Um, and it's very multicultural. So, and I think that's important to understand why my journey is like this today. Because I've been in the multicultural environment since I'm a kid, and that shaped really my way of seeing things. Then I studied engineering, and I continued studying international relations, especially for Asia, because I'm very fond of the all Asian cultures. And I started working actually on a smart city project. So it's more linked to my first background in engineering. And then a consultant working with me on the smart city project also worked as a consultant for ECAMI PMI. And ECAMI PMI is like graduate school, so a small French university, private for engineering. And he said, like we got along very well. We worked really well together with this consultant. And he said, we are looking for someone to develop international relations in the school. Are you interested? So I was like, okay, I don't know. I never thought about it before, but why not? I'm an engineer myself. I was in a similar kind of school. So I applied and I got the job. And I evolved quite fast, actually, and I'm really grateful for that because I started as international relations developer. So the idea was to make some kind of review of all the existing partnerships, build new ones, and make them work. And then I became international relations and European projects manager. And then I finished my journey in ICAMI PMI as director, and it was quite a lot of work Actually, I was managing outgoing students, recruiting students for the incoming side. I was working on European cooperation projects as a coordinator. I was working on other academic journeys, so making joint programs with Ukrainian university, with the Vietnamese university. So I had a lot to do, and I wanted more. I wanted more, and I knew that in this environment it would not be possible because they have their own kind of organization, and I want something else. So that's why I decided to create my own company, Vanillea International, and through this I help universities who want to develop their international relations. So somehow what I used to do before, but for more institutions, let's say. And I really wanted to establish a link between European institutions and Asian institutions. And I couldn't do that with my previous job. So this is also one of my goals. So I'm in Tokyo today, actually. And the month of March, I wandered around Asia. So I'm at Bukit Vista in Bali, the beginning of March. Actually, then I went to Jakarta, Surabaya, Singapore, Kuala Lumpur, Seoul, and now I'm finishing with Tokyo. So I'm feeling really blessed and grateful that I can, it's like a childhood dream getting true, that I can get involved in the education sector and having European and Asian institutions collaborate. So I'm really, really grateful for that. And so through Vanillea International, actually, I was in Atermon. Atermon is like a small company, a gamification company, and they are very involved in the same kind of European projects that I do. So I was project consultant for them. And Ivan City is a small university about artificial intelligence and data science. And I work a lot for them to develop their partnerships in Asia as well. And I just co-founded Wake Up Lab with two associates. And here the goal is to help universities develop programs for sustainability for the students.
I see. What an inspiring journey. Uh, I love the way that you build a new platform, a new company, for the problem that you would like to solve by yourself. So it represents your eagerness to solve the problem and also your high interest in solving that. That's actually very, very inspirational, Solen. Okay, let's dig deeper that later on the question sides. But for first and foremost, I would like to ask this question to Solen. Can you share how your intercultural upbringing influenced your approach to innovation in education? Yeah, that's one thing, and also you have interest in was it bringing all these European and also Asian institutions coming together. I believe it gives you so much perspective in the intercultural understanding. So how does that shape your innovation or perspective in delivering the education world that you would like to build with Vanillea?
It's an interesting and a hard question. So first of all, so my upbringing, as I mentioned, was very multicultural. So in my classroom, we had classmates of many different skin color, different religions, different origins, actually, and everyone was mixed together. And no one questioned the fact that we all had different religions. It was, or different cultures, or different skin colors. It was just the way it was. And when I arrived to do my studies in Europe, actually, I could feel it was a little bit different. Like it was more community based, people staying in their community, there was less mix. And I found this a little bit sad, actually. And this is what I want to do through Vanillea is a way for me to like I have three keywords. Let's say the first is diversity. So diversity in terms of origins, but also gender-wise, because I'm myself a woman engineer, and I would like to encourage more girls to do this. The second is justice, like so that everyone can access education, because I don't think it's fair that only people who have money get access to education, and that's how we get better, we do better things for the world. And the third word is peace, because I believe that through multicultural understanding and exchange and communication, we can understand the other better. And that's how we see that there are different point of views and they are all valid. They're all okay. And we can learn from them. We can explain our own point of view. And yeah, that's how we build peace, according to me, at my own very small level.
Yeah, I do believe that three key aspects that you have mentioned about diversity, justice, and peace, it is very important for us. But particularly, I'm pinned with your second point regarding into justice. Yes, I believe everyone should get equal education. No matter of what their background is, no matter of what their race, skin color, religion, and such. Everyone should get justice that they deserve. So that's very amazing. But I would like to dig deeper though in regards of the multicultural education. I believe because if you are saying multicultural, there will be so many perspectives that needs to be put on the table. So in some culture this is right, and in some culture this is not right. So how that we can balance that? So people or students do not get confused on how to act in a very diverse world.
I think it takes time and you have to be very open. But I think like a hands-on approach, like group work, is the most effective because you don't have a choice. You have to work with different people, and sometimes even inside of your own culture, you will have different ways of doing things. So yeah, I think because I was also teaching project management in a business school last year, and I think through project management is a really good way to do it because um, we we target so many different soft and hard skills in project management, and you need to talk about various things like time management, money management, how to do things, who is involved, and you address so many different things that it's a good way of understanding how the other works, how they understand things, and how to make it work together.
Yes, I think so. I think so. I believe so. So by collecting the students, the people together in the same team with diverse culture will shape their perspectives and also understanding between each other. So they understand how to act uh, in a respective manner towards each of these different cultures. Like for instance, probably Indonesian, we are so very polite. We are not used to be in a straightforward direction, not unlike what is it like Germany or any other Western cultures that is very direct. So yeah, if they met together, they could share an understanding. Oh, this is how they work. So yeah, we should respect their ways of doing work. So something like that, I believe.
Yes,
Okay.
yes, yes, exactly. And it's like you, like when you stay only in your own small environment, that you feel that the way you are acting and doing things is the normal way, and that everyone does the same, which is actually not the case at all. And there are many various reasons for that. So that's why I think a hands-on approach is very good because you can tell a lot in theory, but you only really realize how to do things and how to communicate when you start doing it for real.
Okay, I see. Thank you very much for the answer, Solen. I would like to directly jump into the third questions because I believe this question has been answered through your experience story.
Maybe I can just add a little something on the previous question because I didn't mention it, and I think it might be important for
Oh,
people. Just a small
sure.
part. Uh, yes. So one part was that I had more ambition, and another part is that my mental health was very bad. uh, during the end of my previous job experience, and I really wanted to take care of it. We talk more and more about mental health. I also joined a webinar a few weeks ago about students' mental health, and I want to mention that it's so important, and I can manage much better since I'm an entrepreneur because like even at the end of this journey, the month of March, I'm really, really tired actually. So I'm like, okay, I need a few days to just turn my brain off, do something else, and it gives me more creativity actually to do that. And there's less flexibility if I'm inside. Like I'm talking about myself. It might work for someone else, but for myself, I get more creativity if I can arrange my time like this. Like some days I will work a lot, and some other days I'm like, okay, no, I can't do anything today, so let's just stop everything, rest, and then it will be better tomorrow. So that's the small part I wanted to add for here.
Yes, you go, Solen. I really do appreciate that you bring the topic regarding the mental health because I think it is really very important. It really do matters about the mental health conditions because sometimes the teachers, the educational uh, institutions might not really understand this perspective yet. The students they tell, but no one hears them, and finally because they feel lonely and they okay probably this is at the end of it. I cannot proceed forward and chose the way that it's very very hard to choose.
Yes, I think especially after COVID, it has been like it took a toll on young people's minds. And yeah, let's do our best. And regarding teachers, I think most of them are doing their best, but also like they have already so many things to do, and are getting paid so little. I think that's the case all around the world, unfortunately. So they would need to get some training, but like they cannot do everything at once. So I think let's just all do our best for that. And if we
Yeah.
see someone in need of help, let's tell them that you can search for counseling, you can search for coaching, and it's okay. It's totally okay.
Yep, it's totally okay. Let's normalize asking for help. That is very amazing advice, which actually relates to the last question. Besides of that, let's ask for advice and normalize asking for help. What's another essential piece of advice that you would offer for students and educators looking to make an international impact in their careers?
So I would say be open. Like even if at the first glance you hear about something or you notice something or that you're like, "Mm, that's a bit weird," and maybe you have your first impression is like, oh, I wouldn't do it like this, so it's wrong. So just take some breathing there and think, okay, why are they doing like this? Maybe there's something I could try to do as well. I could get something out of it that I could input in my own career, in my own work. Um, and the fact also, I think it's important to be able to talk at least two languages because the way the grammar is built. And the vocabulary and the way you speak is very different. Like even for uh, I don't know, I learned just a little bit of Indonesian before coming, so I don't know enough. But I know like in the Japanese language, in the Vietnamese, there are some hierarchy when you address someone and the way you build the verbs and everything. It shows more about the culture and the society as well. So I think it's very very interesting, and yeah, keep an open mind. That's I think that's really important, and communicate and go to see other people. I know it's not easy. I myself struggle a bit with this, but I'm working on it. But yeah, I'm trying.
Oh my God, I love your spirit. Yes, I
Okay, I think it's enough for the inspirational speaker. And for the next section about the company vision, Mr. Jing, the floor is yours.
Okay, good morning, everybody. I'm Here, let me show you something cool first as we get started. Here's my internet speed. I just did a quick speed test. I'm at 400 megabits per second. So hopefully you're able to see me clearly this morning. So where am I today? I'm in Jalisco. I'm in Guadalajara here. For those of you who've never been to Guadalajara, this is I guess what it looks like, right? So Google Earth will bring us there. We can take a look at this particular place. So I'm in Mexico. Hopefully one day we'll open a business here in Mexico too as well. Guadalajara is one of the major cities in Mexico. Mexico is the closest thing to feeling like you're in Indonesia if you happen to be in California. Why would you ever want to feel like you're in Indonesia when you're in California? Because California is crazy. That's why. All right. Anyway, let's talk about. Oh yeah, let me show you this. This is cool. This is something really unique and interesting about this part of Mexico. There's an island in the middle of a lake, and it's like a cool island. So, anyways, I thought that would be cool to share. All right. Anyways, if you don't think it's cool, that's okay too. But all right, let's talk about something that everybody probably would agree is cool, which is my part of the presentation, right? Everybody's waiting to see that. By the way, Furkan, excellent innovation there earlier with Selen. So most of the times I think people would be stopped by, oh, the speaker can't come, so let's just have nothing. So this idea of recording and playing back, I think, is an innovation. We've never had that before. So thank you for presenting us with something brand new. And I'll be sure to keep up with Selen and also thank her for her participation. She's been a guest a few times at our base and also co-speaker on the Bali Impact panel. All right, just like every week, as you guys know, I'll talk about the good news, I'll talk about the bad news. So let's go into it. There's some good news. Well, the good news is our hospitality score is remaining at Superhost level. In fact, it went up by 0.1%. So congratulations to the entire company for maintaining this excellent rating. So give yourselves a round of applause. This is very good news, okay? All right. The other good news is this. We're maintaining our visibility. So the dotted line down here is everybody else on Airbnb. The bold line up here is Bukit Vista. So we are up to 20 times more visible than similar listings in our category. So that's also fantastic. That means our brand on the platform is far, far superior to what other competitors are looking like at this moment, which is good. And great reviews of Villa Gato, Villa Shankara, Pachatu, and Armadillo. Excellent 5-star reviews. Guests were very happy about the accommodations. They're happy about the service they received during the time. Now, bad news. We got some terrible news, terrible reviews in Nusa Penida, happening at Madeira Inn and Olala Penida. Pretty much just, I couldn't really blame much of our team. I think it's mostly the operations that were happening on the partnership side in that particular category. More disappointing, I could see that it seems evident that we've taken chances to try to correct partnership behavior. In fact, even launching a new listing at Lola Penida. Unfortunately, it doesn't seem like our best efforts are actually going to impact a partner who is less cooperative. So this is also a decision I think we have to make on who actually belongs as part of the Bukit Vista partnership community and who doesn't belong as well. All right. Let me quickly talk about knowledge management and why I think it's a priority this week, because it is something that has been rather abstract, but I'm hoping with this particular discussion, we can make it much more concrete, okay? So what exactly is knowledge management? What is the problem we're trying to solve, and why is it interesting for us as a company? So it really comes down to the core of what the future of work is going to be like for everybody here, and perhaps everybody in their careers along whichever pathway you're doing. This applies if you're doing engineering, hospitality operations, customer service, business development, everything. So this is something that is part of the new paradigm that we should look at work through in the AI lens. So the question then starts becoming, will we still work on execution and supervision levels, or will we start be working on, or is the beginning of our work beginning at a different level in the company? So let me dive into it. This is a very simple kindergarten diagram of what we do every day. So we as a company engage with a user engages with us. This can be in the form of a particular property partner who visits our website and asks a question. Our business development team gets back to them on the question. They ask another question, and that is one of our engagement cycles. This can be a guest who asks us a question about whether or not there's parking in a particular property, and we get back to them. This can be an employee asking about their PTO days or a particular, I don't know, a promotion plan, anything. So there is this dialogue of going back and forward, and this is essentially the way that we've been doing business, and this is essentially the way that our business is actually framed. Okay, so when we do this manually, there's some repetitions, and then there's more repetitions, and eventually you get to infinite repetitions. There's this always manual execution way of getting things done. But that's not the way that a work is going to look into the future of Bukit Vista, because we are evolving our work cycle, moving from execution, from management into knowledge management. And I'll go into deeper what that exactly means, okay? So what it means is this is the new and improved workflow that employees here are essentially looking to collect and curate knowledge. And this knowledge is then fed into our automation systems, and our automation systems then have engagements with our users, all right? But you guys already know this probably by now. This isn't anything new. But what's the problem? What's the new thing that we're facing at this point? Well, the new thing that we're facing is this. This is an imperfect system. And the imperfect system is because now we have multiple people feeding multiple lines of knowledge into the automation. And this is okay. We want to have a lot of people contributing their knowledge because, like Solen and Furkan just said, we want a diversity of different ideas, different opinions. And ultimately, the more knowledge that we collect, the better our overall system can work. However, it becomes confusing to a user when there's multiple sources of knowledge and multiple sources of information coming in. So what's the solution? The solution is that, yes, we want to have multiple lines of information coming in with knowledge, but there needs to be a middle phase right here. We need to be able to clean and curate that knowledge before it goes into automation, okay? And so that is the new work of the company, into collecting more knowledge, but also making sure that this knowledge is structured in a way such that it does not conflict with past knowledge and presents a coherent service and a coherent delivery to our users, so it doesn't become confusing, outdated, and such. This is the new challenge that we're going to face as a company to inspire delight. Knowledge management is increasingly a more important part of leadership, an important part of the work we actually are going to do day to day here. Okay, all right, that's pretty much it. Curiosity greater than fear, and these goals everybody has already heard about. We will summarize these goals in the next 4 days. Okay, so looking forward to getting that part done. I don't need to repeat this. I think everybody has heard this almost for the past 6 months anyways, okay? All right, let me pass my time to the next speaker.
Which is Konang. Konang will be the moderator.
Yep. All right, thank you, Mr. Singh, and thank you, Tami, for hosting this all hands meeting. So for the next section, we will have hospitality and revenue target presentation that will be delivered by Kak Kaila, and Utami will present the slides from Canva. So Kak Kaila, the time is yours.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Konang. Good morning, everyone. This is the first all hands in April, and I believe the day of judgment. Correct, because we basically will evaluate actually realistically until the 5th of April to verify both of our revenue and hospitality target. But before we start, let's as usual do it with the quick trivia. So we're launching, I think just this morning, a new property, and anyone would like to guess or know what property is this that we have on the screen? Wrong. Let's say the complete name then. Okay, Erika, I would appreciate if you can unmute, but okay, it's correct. It's Casa Aimia. I believe this is from Erika, yeah? So we just launched this property, I think, this morning. The Airbnb listing put on live. So let's strive to have a successful partnership with this partner and also the revenue generated. All right, moving on, let's take a look on the final score for our hospitality target. All right, this is a reminder. Previously, 76% 5-star ratings, 4.65 for the over rating, which we have achieved the last 3 months. Next. Okay, for accuracy, this is pretty stable. At the moment, we still on 83.7%. Next, we have check-in, also stable. You might be wondering like why. That is good questions for next all hands analysis presentations. This is also a stable one. We are at 84.5%, still managing a good one. Next. We have cleanliness, also stable. We are at 77.3%. Next. Okay, this is the disappointing one. On communications, we have a decrease of 0.2%. At the moment, we are at 83.3%. So, okay, moving on. I believe this is affected by the last couple of reviews that Mr. Jing announced before. Yep. Next one, we have locations. This is also a decrease, a bit of a decrease, 0.1% on a location. At the moment, we are at 74%. Okay, and last one, but not least, we have value increase of 0.1%. We are at 79.5%. And for the final overall, let's take a look, Tommy. Okay, basically on last semester, evaluating from October 1st, 2023 until April 1st, 2024, make sure that everything will be counted. We are at 80%, 80.3% for the 5-star ratings and 4.72 for the overall rating. This is a huge gap, significant leap from the previous semester that we have. So congratulations for everyone working directly and indirectly supporting the achievements of this. Okay, next. Yes, for 2 minutes. Okay, this is revenue target achievements. Okay, this is a different one from the hospitality because hospital is pretty strict on the part, but on the revenue side, this is not all the final number. Basically, we are still not being able to achieve our semester target, which initially is at 2,167,000 US dollar. At the moment, only from the revenue side, we have achieved 2,126,787 US dollar. Sad one. Okay, we're still going to count a couple of revenues generator from this, basically like extra services that has not been included here, but we are pretty optimistic that this is not going to achieve the target that we have set, as we have announced it a couple months and weeks ago to set the correct expectations. Okay, I believe that's all for the general presentations. Thank you. Back to you, Konang, and thank you, Tami, for presenting.
Okay, thank you very much, Akala, for presenting the hospitality revenue target. So the next session will be our weekly mission inspiration, and for each speaker, you will have 1 minute as your time. So let's go to the first part is the guest side. We will have Kak Cynthia. Kak Cynthia, the time is yours.
Okay, thank you, Konang. In recent times, we have been receiving complaints from guests at Villa Kekayaan Kelimpahan, and with most expressing concern during their stay. And however, despite some issues such as lack of water or ongoing construction, we also received several positive reviews last week in Villa Kekayaan Kelimpahan. For example, Simon mentioned the lack of water but still give us a 5-star rating, and this show that our hard work is paying off, and for our team, let's keep it up. Thank you, Konang. Back to you.
Okay, thank you, Kak Cynthia. The next part will be from the partner side, and the first speaker is Kak Adela. Kak Adela, the time is yours.
Okay, so we have like two RTT. The first is for 21st March and the other one is for 22nd 6th of March. And we invited our new partner, which is the owner of Mimoya Stay, Pak Hiro. And we discussed a lot of things from business perspective and cultures as well. So he shared like his experience living in Bali and how he get married and stuff. So I think like we built like a good communication with him as well. And other than Pak Hiro, we also invited Belle Isle and Pondok Dahayu manager, Dinda and her cousins. And the property is actually owned by a family, right? So the owner we know is Billy, and Dinda is actually Billy's cousins as well. So hopefully like we built like a good relationship with the family as well. So if they like have a new property, hopefully they will give it to us as well. So the other one is from the 26th of March. We have Mehdi, Majid, and Sayan. They are a developer or investor in Bali, and their first project is building like a 5-bedroom villa. And we have Bella as well, hosting 3 of them and during the RTT. So yeah, kudos to Bella as well, and thank you, Bella.
Okay, thank you, Kak Dela. So the next part will be from employee side. The first speaker will be Dea. For Dea, the time is yours.
Okay, thanks to you, Conan. In 9th of March, we have a RTT with Bapak Bona, the part of the kantor admisi alumni and of UGM, kantor admisi alumni of UGM. We share a lot about valuable insight into recruitment process, alumni engagement, and innovation in student development, also learning strategies and collaboration method with the KIAA of FEB UGM. We also already post 2 job requirement on their website, uh, and they also extend our job recruitment on their alumni group. So I hope this opportunity will make our recruitment process more personalized and also reduce the bias and also something like that in the recruitment process. Back to you, Omri.
Okay, thank you, Dea. So the next one will be from Kak Shelin. Kak Shelin, the time is yours.
Okay, thank you. So I mentioned property testing, right? So this is actually more of a program from the partnership team for property onboarding, right? But it's also a time for us to like relax at the same time and interact more outside of work. So yeah, we went to see the sunrise and yeah, do some like other things, having dinner or lunch together also. So yeah, some people are not in frame, but yeah, sad. So Karina and yeah, some of the other team that couldn't make it, but hopefully everyone had a good time also. Yeah, that's all. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much, Kak Shelin. So for the next session, we will have community theme and monthly strategic milestone that will be delivered by Kak Kaila. Okay,
Wait,
as always. Oh yeah.
sorry. I think we have still technological innovation, no,
Oh, yeah.
to be right.
Oh yeah, I'm really sorry. So the next part will be technology innovation in public illustration. The first speaker will be Kak Felix. The time is yours.
Yeah, for Atlas 2.10, there is a new model. The name is Atlas Embedding DNN version 2. It has been deployed on 27th of March. The result, since that day, we have been monitoring the performance. So far, it has been showing promising results. However, there is a room for improvement. Like revenue-wise, this is the chart for revenue. It's a time series. It has gained considerably moderate amount of revenue daily, 6 million to 10 million rupiah daily. However, not as high as Random Forest, where it gets like 50 million to 60 million rupiah daily. So there is still room for improvement there. For the next chart, please. It's a sales. Please go to the next picture. Yeah, okay. It's sales. It was the second best performance. However, we should consider the lower amount of decision. However, it can still achieve the second best performer in this case. The room for improvement, like there are instances where it suggests high price change. It's not as crazy as previous model, however, where the previous model can suggest like 1 billion rupiah. There is almost no something like that anymore in this model. Also, that we need a better explainability method, basically on the reasoning why it gives each pricing suggestion. It's still quite a black box, and it still needs a lot of testing to get an understanding of why it gives a certain price. Yeah, so basically it.
Okay, thank you, Kak Felix. The next speaker will be from Kak Vidi. Kak Vidi, the time is yours.
Okay, so as our posts in RTT are getting bigger, this makes RTT page in the website longer and slower. We implemented the load more functionality using pods shortcut to enable dynamic generation for pods list and load more functionality. This makes it possible to generate n number of posts with m more upon clicking load more, allowing page to be more concise and faster. This is available for usage on other pods item, not only RTT. And I think Nadia knows how to use it already. So yeah, that's it.
Okay, thank you, Kak Vidi. So for the next session will be the community theme and the monthly strategic milestone that will be delivered by Kak Kaila. Once again, so Kak Kaila, the time is yours.
Okay. Thank you, Konang. All right. Let's start with the company theme target and achievement first. Okay, this is the recap from our March target. Can we scroll down a bit? Yep, excellent for that part. For the revenue side, fortunately, we have been able to achieve all okay target for revenue, 5-star percentage, and overall rating. For the revenue target, we have achieved around 103% out of the okay target, which lands us at 352,981 US dollar. For the 5-star percentage, we are at 81.4%. For the overall rating, we are at 4.72. So this is a good growth announcement for March effort. I believe this has contributed to the achievements supporting our general revenue and hospitality on semester basis. All right, let's check on our opportunity. Scroll down a bit. Yep. Okay. For the recap of March, we have managed to have 70% occupancy, 22% expired dates, 4% maintenance, and 3% owner usage. For April, we start with 37% starting occupancy, 2% maintenance, 2% owner usage, and still available of 58% available nights to sell. So let's work to expand more and achieving more, basically in terms of the revenue side and hospitality side. The target for April will be announced later on this week and latest by next Tuesday on All Hands. All right. Thank you, everyone. Next, move on to the monthly strategic milestone, please. Okay. So as announced last week, basically, we can directly go down on the PAUM from Mas Rehan Utami. We can check, I think the last one, the last strategy. Yep, this one. We can scroll a bit to the right side, please. Okay, a bit disappointing, guys. As announced before on the last All Hands, we'd like to ask your engagement, everyone's here, to take a look on this strategic. Let's not click on the picture first, Tommy. As you can see on the approve and debate column tab, no one's actually engaging with this, whether it's debating or approving. And actually, this one is a bit crucial, especially on the upper funnel. This determines the target and goals for the marketing side, the BD side, basically everyone on the afterwards. So, guys, please, at the end of today, I would expect to have engagement on that part. If you have any questions, you can directly go to Mas Rehan as the leader of this strategy. If you agree with that, kindly put on approve. If you would like to debate, if you don't know what this is about, the urgency of having it, whether it's important or not, please let us know through debate. No response is still response, right? So if you don't agree with it, if you do not say anything about it, then we'll take your silence as an agreement. Okay? Thank you, everyone, and have a good day. I think that's all. Back to you, Kanang.
All right, thank you very much, Kak Kaila. So the next session will be core value recognition. We'll get from left to right and top to bottom. So the first one will be from Mr. Ching, actually. Yep. Or
Okay, you can let Mr. Jing to speak.
yep, Mr. Ching, time is yours.
Sure. I'd like to recognize YU. Each time I go to YU, there's new knowledge and information to share, but he also comes back and develops something that furthers the work that I've seen. So it's really impressive. Each time we talk, I see there's a bit more improvement on the previous time. I think this is actually the essence of Never Settle. And so thank you, White, for upholding that core value. And I think if you continue doing that, there's no limit to what's possible.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Jing. So the next one will be from Mas Raihan, but I believe Mas Raihan is not attending today, so I will read the first one. Mas Raihan nominate I recognize Sri Utami for fail fast and never settle because Utami experienced tough times before. There were many new things and challenges that she had to do, but gradually there is progress to become better, especially in daily work. Utami is also better at establishing communication, which is a good start because curiosity better than fear. Keep on doing tugas Utami. You need perseverance to develop even better. Good luck. Right. Mas Raihan. And the next one will be from Mas Raihan again to Kak Erika. With the core value help others to help themselves and be the hero. Because Erika helps Mas Raihan understand difficult things. One of which is the tax calculator, which we are developing with our community expert. Kak Erika helps Mas Raihan to think critically and find the best solutions. As described by 5-star Google review, Kak Erika also has good presentation and negotiation skills to lead. Worthy of appreciation, said Mas Raihan. The next one will be from Kak Furkon. Kak Furkon, the time is yours.
Okay, so thank you very much, Kona. So I would like to recognize Kashalin for being the hero because yesterday Kashalin has just discovered that Vanes didn't come to the office like for quite a long time, and she discovered that actually Vanes was sick, not feeling really well. So she stepped up with Mo Wayana to bring him food and also supplements and also medicines just to comfort him. So that's a very interesting and amazing show gesture. Thank you, Kashalin. Back to you, Kona.
Oh, yeah, one more, Kak Furkon.
Oh yes, one more thing today. So basically, if you guys are in URC member meeting this morning, you will see that actually Dea was, it was her first time leading, and also sorry, there is a train passing by nearby. Dea was first time leading the URC meeting, and she did not decline or giving any hesitation to try to lead, and even like step up and approach me how to lead and also how to formulate the topics. So yeah, kudos to you. I started your eagerness to learn.
Okay, thank you, Kak Furkon. So the next will be from Matthew. Matthew, the time is yours.
Yo, thank you, Konang. So I would like to recognize you, yeah. Since remember when my 4 days off to celebrate my Passover day in Jakarta with my big family. Yeah, when I asked Konang for help to cover my daily job desk, which is BEC, because BEC traffic is pretty high, and he willingly covered my my daily job, and that's why I want to recognize you. And not only that, you also continue my progress on money back guarantee page on website. And thank you, Om.
Okay, thank you, Matthew. It's not a problem at all. It's because Kak Nadia also assigned me to that task. So yeah, not a problem. The next one will be from Kak Nadia. Kak Nadia, the time is yours.
Okay, thank you. It's actually over to Matthew for Step on Toes because he has shown several like Step on Toes core values where he deliver insight and also willing to improve it directly, not only in listing but also on website. So let's keep it up, Matt. And next one is actually from me as well. It's to VD. Actually, yeah. So the one that VD just shared previously. So VD has helped me actually to make the website better by implementing the load more function onto our list of content. For example, the roundtable talk page, but he also make it dynamic so it can be implemented to other lists as well. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Kak Nadia. So I believe there is no call from leadership side. So we will jump to the announcement first. For Kak Shelin, the time is yours.
Oh, okay. Thank you, Konang. So this is just an announcement for everyone to be aware that Dira, our pricing analyst part-time, her last day was actually 2 days ago on 31st of March. So I believe the revenue management team have already known like how far she already went, like since she started as an intern and then continuing her way into as a part-time employee. And now, sadly, she's ending her employment within the company. So we are currently coordinating with her to arrange for her like farewell event. Most likely after Lebaran, because like by then everyone will be back after your holidays. So yeah, that will be the announcement from my side, and I'll give it back to Conan. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Kak Shelin. Okay. So is today we'll have a personal update, Kak Furkon. Can you elaborate?
Oh yeah, so basically just a very brief announcement. So because the time is running out, there's like around 4 minutes left. I would like to also encourage all of us to engage in the personal update section asynchronously, because I believe the question is interesting. Yeah, tell us your extreme unpopular opinions about anything. So you may read, and I believe you will find so many interesting insights or thinking from our fellow members. So please engage asynchronously, give your comments there and read their thoughts. It will be we will very appreciate that if you could do that. So basically that's the announcement, Konang, and you may close the session.
Okay, yeah, Pak. Adding Kak Furkon, before you guys read the opinion, you have to make sure that you are open-minded and acknowledge that all of these are just opinion and not a fact, because I've read some of them and some are absolutely bizarre. And yeah, that's all. I'll get back to Utami. You may close this all hands.
Okay, thank you, Connor, for the moderator today. Okay, everyone, I believe it's the last session, and I want to thank you for joining the All Hands meeting today, and see you next week. Have a good day. Thank you.
Thank you very much, everyone. See you on the next All Hands. Thank you, Utami and Konang.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, everyone.
Okay, thank you, team.